Hi everyone, this is Isabel and I wanted to share another project using napkins. It's been a while since I've done one. So this is this is considered a guest towel napkin, and it is a 6-panel napkin. Wait, 6? Oh, never mind. 9-panel. In other words, when you cut it, you're gonna have 6 pieces right there, and it's so pretty. Okay, so that is what I used for this little project that I'm going to share with you. And I used all of one napkin. So here is what I did. So I did, and all of these are from one napkin. I did a pocket. So this is with a recycled envelope. All I did was cut 1 in half. And I glued pattern paper with a napkin on it. And then this is just another piece of cardstock that I can then attach to my junk journal or journal. Okay, that's one. Okay, here's another one. This is the other part of the napkin. I'm sorry, of the recycled envelope. All I did was cut it. And this is how I got the second part. And then again, this one's going to be a pocket that I just can tuck in this tag. And then this one is another pocket. Same thing, I glued it on, this one I glued onto pattern paper. And then I folded it in half to kind of make a pocket. And then I made a tag to put inside to put in a journal. And then I just created this little journaling space for it. So there's another one. And then this is another pocket. And this one I did using another envelope, another recycled envelope. So all I did was cut it in half right there. And then I didn't cover this envelope. I left it like that. I like how it looks. And then again, there's the napkin right there that I glued onto pattern paper. I stamped a little bit on it, and that'll go something like that. Okay. And then I did, again, same napkin. I did like a big pocket. I glued the napkin onto pattern paper that I can use as a big pocket. And then these are smaller little tags. And just notice the difference. It's the same napkin. The only thing is that it depends on what kind of color, what color paper for pattern paper you use. It's going to change the coloring of it. And so I would do something like that. Okay, so there's your little journaling cards. So that's another one. Just keeping it together. And then the other examples that I did were, see, 2 more little tags. And then here I show an example. This is another bigger one. Same thing, I just glued the napkin onto cardstock, put a ribbon on it, and I can now use it as a tag for a Christmas gift. I think this one looks really cute. And then another example is, this one is a really long one, and this is pretty much using just one panel. That's what I did there. And I did the to and from, and then there's the gift right there. I like how that looks too. So yeah, you can do so many with one napkin, depending of course on its size. And this one was one of the long, this one was called a guest towel one. So a lot of little projects you can make with decoupaging napkins. So I was going to share how I created it. which I have done many videos on this as well, but this is just another one I'll share. So here's one. This is more of a cocktail one. It's a smaller one. So this one you get 4 panels. And then all I do is cut them. I mean, it just depends on how I'm going to use it, but I'm going to stick to doing tags for this, just like the examples I showed. And so all I do is I start cutting them up. So there's me cutting them. Doesn't have to be perfect because you can always cut down whatever you're going to glue it on. You can cut it, you can sand it, whatever it is that you want to do. And then of course with my example, all of the ones that I did, I sewed all of them. But I'll show you how I did that. So here's one panel. And I do struggle sometimes with removing this, but let's see if I can get this. So usually they're 3-ply. So there's one. Usually one is easy to remove, but of course you also have that other one. And just to, you know, let you know, in case you don't know, there's a third one. So just remove it. Okay, and that's all you do. I know people use the tape method to remove the other layers. Now, you do have to remove this backing, because if you don't, you're going to have to glue all the 3 different layers if you were to do it all as one. And I've done that and it just really bubbles a lot. So I just always remove. I always remove the other 2 layers just to make it easier. I have forgotten, of course, when I haven't used the napkins in a project, I forget. And so I'm able to still save the napkin. I just, you know, try to remove as much as I can to, you know, not lose a napkin, but napkins are not that expensive, so it's really no big deal. Okay, so then here I have my 3 panels. And you can, like I said, there's so many projects on Pinterest or Google that you can get to see examples of what you can do with this. But I just get paper, I get my glue, and of course, I'm with the understanding that I am going to be sewing it, so I don't really worry too much about the glue, but I do want to make sure that I am trying to glue as evenly as I can. Okay, so there's the glue. And then I just try to, you know, try to stay nice and even, pressing down on the napkin, making sure I get no bubbles, but it's kind of, you know, it's impossible to not get bubbles, so I don't really worry about it too much. It'll still look nice. The napkins, these designers are so good at these designs that the napkins themselves are the design of the napkin. They're what makes your project look so pretty, in my opinion. And so here I just got some cardstock, some pattern paper, and I'm just making sure that everything is glued. Again, I am going to sew around it. I like the way the stitching looks, but you don't have to. And of course, people also decoupage, but and I do decoupage every now and then, but it just takes longer. So I just usually stick to just the regular glue. So there's one right there that I will then cut and size it to whatever project I want it to be. Okay, and then I can get another piece of paper. And all of these are, I'm just using Christmas paper, Christmas pattern paper. And again, I'm just trying to keep my glue even so that it sticks down nice and even. And again, I'm not worrying too much because I can always trim whatever I'm gluing it to. And there you go. So remember, the background changes depending on the paper you're gluing, or whatever material you're gluing your napkin to. You see how that one looks darker than this one already. Okay. And then let's see, I got this one also, the little dots. So let's see how that looks. I'm just trying to keep the glue even. And everything that you glue it to will change how the napkin looks. Okay. So, like I said, we do sell these napkins in our Etsy shop. Our name is Gifting Homemade. And then I try to share projects on YouTube with using them. But we do have lots of types of napkins. And all you have to do is message us if you are interested in specific ones, or if you don't see them listed, we might have them. You just have to ask us or message us. So look at that. That looks really pretty. The little dots in the back. And then I got this one. And so the paper I'm using, they're all different. Like this one was more of a cardstock, light cardstock pattern paper. Same thing with this one. It's pretty light. And this is pattern paper. This is very, very thin. But it doesn't matter. It's just, you can always back it onto something else to make it sturdier, depending on the project you want to use. Sometimes you want thicker paper, sometimes you want lighter paper. Okay, then I'm just going to glue it there. And notice how it starts to bubble up, so you just kind of press it down. Just kind of soft, moving it around. And then I'll just go back if I didn't put enough glue. I'll put more glue. But there are so many ways to use napkins. I just use them for my journaling. But I've seen people decoupage on wood, on shells, on rocks. Just a lot of amazing projects people use. So creative. But the napkins themselves are just so pretty. The designs. Anything you put it on, you're gonna know they're gonna look nice. Okay, and that's it. I've already done all 4 panels of this cocktail napkin. And then at that point, then you just start to trim it however you want. So I'm gonna do that off camera because I have a big trimmer and it's very hard to put that in front of the camera. But yeah, since I'm using all different types of paper, of background paper, you're noticing that the colors are looking really different. Because look at this one, looks really dark. And then this is a little bit darker. This one you see the text behind it. And then this one you see the little polka dots in the back. So they're all going to look different. They're not, this one they're not going to match the way these did. All of these pretty much matched a lot because I kind of used the same paper for most of them. Not all of them. You can tell that this one has polka dots in the back. This is lighter than this one. Looks more purpley. This one was like plaid paper behind it. This is the same. And this is lighter. So yeah, everything, I mean, if you really want all your whatever you're creating to match, then you need to be conscious of what you're gluing your napkin to. But I'm going to go finish these off camera, and then I'll share with you what I did with them. Okay, so I have cut up the papers. And this one looks really, really nice. I really like the napkin. Look at that. Looks so pretty. So this is just going to be blank on the back. This one looks a little bit darker, and you can see here that I cut it and some of the paper stayed there. Let me fix that up. Okay, that looks really nice. So this is already on pattern paper. So this can be a tag. And this is so pretty with the text in the background. Also has pattern paper in the back. It's really pretty. And then the last one with the little polka dots. I kind of left the paper here on the side, so maybe this might be like a side. So if I have my journal here, I can maybe fold it here to go to the side. That could be an option. And then this one, yeah, so pretty. This one came out really, really dark, so I'm not really sure I like this one too much. And then this one came out really nice as well. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to share with you my finished projects over here with the napkin. I think they turned out really, really nice. These had some stamping directly onto the napkin. But other than that, the napkin needs no help. It just is so pretty on its own. And I like how these turned out as tags to put on a gift. It looks really good. Like that. That's ginormous. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these at this point. But this would make a really nice beginning of a Christmas card. Just putting it onto a nice I see the paper here for the napkin. Okay, well that's it. I will go finish this off. And thank you for watching. And again, we do have an Etsy shop by the name of Gifting Homemade, and you can find more napkins there. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.